Big news in the NFL today. Generational deal. The Minnesota Vikings making T.J. Hockenson the highest paid tight end in the NFL. Let me repeat. T.J. Hockenson is the highest paid tight end in the NFL after today's contract extension. 4 years, $68.5 million.
Oh, a fun game. How many 1,000-yard seasons does T.J. Hockenson have?
None.
Same amount we do. 0. How many times has he played every game in a season?
Also none?
Twice.
Okay, twice.
I don't understand this. I told you, because you lost your mind when Minnesota traded for T.J. Hockenson. Oh, he's so good.
Yeah.
No, he's talented. He's not special in any regard. I mean, this is a guy that, other than the beginning of his run last year with the Lions, has averaged less than 11.5 yards a catch. He's not a seam stretcher. This is a bad team. And, yes, at this point, Minnesota is a bad team. I don't care how much you liked watching them on quarterback. You're grasping at straws. It's the best way I can say this.
Well, you're overpaying. I mean, you're overpaying
by a lot.
A guy that, like you said, he's good, but he's not great. He's definitely not worth more money than Travis Kelce.
Where does he fit? And I'm not talking about for fantasy football. I'm talking about in terms of sheer talent among tight ends, where does he fall in?
I mean, I would say he's probably in the top 6 or 7.
Okay, would you take Travis Kelce over him? I'll start with the obvious.
Yeah.
Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
George Kittle.
Yeah.
Darren Waller.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
Pat Freiermuth. I take Pat over. I take Pat over. I hadn't even gotten to one that I doubted yet.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Dallas Goedert.
I don't know about that one.
I think him
either.
and Dallas Goedert are the same person.
Yeah.
So you're now paying top of the market money to he's a top 10 guy. Woo. Oh, by the way, he's hurt all the time. So to me, this is one of those deals that as soon as I saw the numbers, Tank and I have this fun game that we play of one of us sees a contract before the other one does. We play guess the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
How much did he get? He gets the years right practically every time.
Right. I went immediately 4 years, and I went with what I would feel would be a comfortable number of 48. That's $12 million a year. That seemed in the ballpark to me. To go $17.5 million a year for T.J. Hockenson is very, very bold. And the thing that I question the most about it is, okay, he's 26-year-old tight end. Do you think you're going to get more out of him?
Well, when
That's
you give, I mean, this is the reason that I was just adamant against this deal when they made it, because you're just completely hijacked. You gave up a second-round pick to a division rival. What are you going to say? Mm-hmm. He comes to you and says, I want to be the highest-paid tight end in the league. What are you going to do to him? No? Yeah, you're already pot committed. And that's what I said when they did this, is it just doesn't make any sense to me because there's no end game. He came in and everybody talked about how good he was in Minnesota. No, he was good for a game in Minnesota. Other than that, he was the definition of average. It was his fewest yards per catch in any half season of his entire career. So that's what you get. To me, this is what you get when you're a Minnesota team that you felt like you were more than you were. You made a deal with a division rival, which to me, that should always tell you something. Mm-hmm. When somebody in your division looks at he was at the time 25 years old, player that they took in the top 10, and they go, no, it's fine. You can have him. You should really, but why? Why are you okay with that?
Right. And that was nothing to do with talent. That was nothing to do with who he was. It had all apparently to do with how much he wanted.
I don't agree with you that it was all the contract. I think Detroit looked at him and went, we got a lot of draft capital. We plan on drafting a tight end, which I heard very early. Even before they traded him, I was starting to hear they're going to look to make a move in another direction. And then Minnesota comes along like the pig to slaughter. Okay, there you go. Give us a second-round pick. We'll add another starter. And a year from now, you're going to have to pay him ludicrous amounts of money.
Yep. You took the swing and you missed. You thought you were relevant last year to get the to get you over the hump, and it didn't work.
We didn't play this before the show. I just want to see how close you can come to this.
Okay.
In T.J. Hockenson's career, he's played 4 years. Grand total, he's started 49 games, played in 57. How many catches does he have?
Ooh.
57 games in his career. Top 10 draft pick.
I don't know. I'll go like 260.
Pretty close. 246.
Okay. All right.
Yards. 4 years. Surely to God he's over 3,000 yards, right?
Yeah. I would think like 3,200.
He's not even close.
Really?
Just over 2,500.
Huh. Okay.
18 total touchdowns his entire career. So basically, you just made a guy who historically is a 61.5 catch, 650-yard, 4.5 touchdown tight end. That's the highest paid tight end in the league now. Who's making $3 million more than Travis Kelce, who might be the best player that's ever played this position ever. Bad teams do dumb things.
Yep. And this is a dumb thing that this bad team has done. Minnesota Vikings extending T.J. Hockenson for 4 more years.
Good luck with that.
Let's